In a bid to hold more meaningful, truthful conversations that can bring about change in our nation, News Central's TV is introducing a new show on YouTube, and it's called Declassified. Now let's take a look.
Who is profiting from these financial outlays? Banditry and kidnapping in the country have turned into a lucrative venture. Could it be that some of the sponsors are truly closer to power than we initially imagined? A former government official was not ashamed to publicly declare the efforts he and his friends did put together to do a GoFundMe for kidnappers. Why are we feasting with our killers instead of bringing them to justice? What is to stop these bandits from roaming the streets when they know that instead of bullets, they will get bags of money for taking people hostage? Schools are no longer safe. No region is safe anymore. Who is profiting from the insecurity in our?
Joining us is the host of Declassified, John Bela. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the launch of your new show. How does it feel?
I feel excited. Thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Jude Bela, by the way.
Jude Bela, thank you very much. So talk to us, Jude, about what to expect regarding the show, what the show is about, what informed the show.
Well, Declassified is meant to discuss important issues that affect the everyday Nigerian. Our country right now, the state of things seems to be in progressive decline, if I permit me to use that word, because from each government, it seems the last one is always expected to be hailed as better than the next. So we have to find a way to hold these leaders accountable, to discuss what they have done and let the people know that the leaders are responsible for the state of the nation and not relying on some prayers as they are always telling us to do. So in a bid to bring this discussion to the people, we decided to start Declassified so that we can talk about some of the very important issues that people are not paying so much attention to. Yeah.
Talk about, the level of interest that you believe that Nigerians have, with this type of conversations.
I didn't get that.
I'm asking, what do you think is the level of interest that Nigerians generally have, with regards to these types of conversations?
Okay, well, currently, I think Nigerians are beginning to wake up, especially seeing what is happening with the End Bad Governance protest. Nigerians are beginning to show more interest in politics, which is a good thing. From the last election, we saw that a lot of people turned out, a lot of people wanted their voices to be heard, and they rallied around their preferred candidates, even though INEC, for whatever reason, people felt disappointed with the results of that election, and seeing how the government has been going since that time, people are beginning to voice out their concerns, which means a lot of Nigerians are showing more interest in politics, which makes these conversations more important now, more than ever, because people now want to know what is happening in their government, what their governors are doing, what their senators are doing, and how it affects their daily life.
Jude, what is the feeling and the emotion that you want Nigerians in Nigeria and in the diaspora to take away when they watch this show? What steps would you like to see after they have watched this show?
Well, I believe we are running a democracy, and this story about insecurity in the country, for example, now, if someone is placed in charge of the country's defense and people are being kidnapped for business, people are being killed every day. You hear stories of kidnapping, of insecurity, our roads are not safe. I think the people that voted these guys into office and the guys inadvertently put these people in office, the people should be able to hold their leaders accountable, demand accountability from them and say, okay, because we are not happy with what is happening now, we want answers from you, and not just seeing the news like some entertainment or just sit down and put your hands and watch. I want the people to watch this show and not just take it as entertainment purpose. When we say that, okay, we have a report of a government official stealing or looting this so sum of money, we shouldn't just see it as a loot. This term, money laundering, looting, is stealing, and we shouldn't allow thieves to be in office. So if we say a former governor looted so sum of money and that person is now running for a Senate seat, that shouldn't happen. The person should answer to the people. The people should be able to demand for accountability from their leaders, which is the basic essence of this show.
Right.
Because with this information being made available to them now, they can demand accountability from their leaders. Yeah.
Yeah. Also tell us about, why the name Declassified. Is there a particular reason? And then also, are there specific topics that you will be targeting with this program?
Yeah, the name Declassified is actually, I picked that up from the CIA files, when they have CIA classified information that are unknown to the people, and the government decided to declassify them for people to know. So that was where the name was inspired from. A lot of Nigerians claim not to know this information, even though a lot of them are available there. So with lots of research and talking to people, we're able to make this available to them. So it's kind of like declassifying it for them. Yeah. So that's where
Oh,
the name comes from.
okay. I mean, I like the name. I find it very interesting. I was taken back in time to like a number of the CIA movies we watched and how certain information. So I do not have the clearance for that, But now you're helping us get the clearance to information that we ordinarily might not have had. Jude, when can we see this show? Where can we see this show? And how can viewers participate with the show?
Well, our first episode for this one comes live tonight on News Central TV on YouTube. You can find it also on our other social media platforms. Yeah, so we intend to like bring it every 2 weeks, and Fridays basically will be when we air in the evenings. I think 6:30 p.m. is the time for the show.
All right.
Is it? I mean, I just really want to have an idea of what people should expect mostly. And I had initially asked, if there were certain aspects that the show was going to be targeting, certain types of conversations, and how much research also is being put in, to provide the information that the show is going to be presenting.
Yeah, I forgot that your question. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about political related topics, holding our leaders accountable. So the topics we'll be expecting will focus basically on politics, and also we hope to talk about issues that affect Africa generally and not just Nigeria as well. We see people talking about Pan-Africanism. We would like to make them understand what that means and how it affects the whole continent of Africa. Also, when we come back home now, we want to talk about our leaders and not just focusing on the presidency now, because this whole bad leadership, something we're talking about, is cross board. It affects our state house of assemblies, affects our senators, our governors, and even now that we have a local government autonomy, we have to try and look into those places as well to see what they are doing with the resources of Nigeria. So that is what the viewers should expect from the show.
Right. So we start today, Friday at 6:30 p.m., right? News Central,
Yes, we start
YouTube,
today.
YouTube platform, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all our social media platforms. Declassified is coming to you. We're fastening our seatbelts and we look forward to an amazing launch. Congratulations, Jude. We'll see you on the other side of the
Thank you.
show. We'll see you on YouTube at 6:30 p.m.
Thank you so much.